Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa, herzlich willkommen. So guys, I want to give you here my prediction based on the chart here for Shiba Inu trading in the US dollar currency. Yeah, usually guys, if you're new to my channel, I showing here short squeeze stocks. Not only I show short squeeze stocks, I try to predict short squeezes, and Shiba Inu is a cryptocurrency but also has a very simple chart layout, chart setup. That's why I will give you here all the price levels based on the chart, and this is of course not financial advice. Yeah, when we see the price action here for Shiba Inu in 2024, we had here something like a bottom in at the beginning of the year, and then we had a squeeze of 557%, which was very predictable because we had this open gap here. This, I call them the Mickey Mouse candles. You can see here, this is Tradingview guys. We have here a very small candle in the chart. That's why it's so important to have a good chart program. Then you can see candles like that, and the purpose of this move was just to close this gap. And you can see as soon as this gap has been filled, we had a huge sell-off reaction here to the downside, and Shiba Inu corrected now in total. When we see the highest price and the lowest price, in total minus 77%. So we dive in now into the chart. I show here a lot of chart techniques. As I said, the main purpose is to educate you in trading. So let's check what the chart is telling us, and therefore we also switch here to the daily chart, guys. Yeah, when we see the overall setup, or even I want to show you the 4 hours chart for Shiba Inu, that you understand how this cryptocurrency here is trading. You can see now here some green and some orange lines in the chart. Usually, yeah, what the algos doing or the market makers doing, they try to close these open gaps. So the same price action which we had here in the daily or in the weekly chart, it doesn't matter which kind of time frame you watch Shiba Inu here, but the market makers always try to close the gaps. And we know that this purpose here, the only purpose for this pump, was to close this algo gap here, and then we had a sell-off reaction. That's why when we switch to the 4 hours chart, we have the same information right now in the chart. Very volatile zone, to be honest. So when we see the lowest possible price and the highest possible price, we're talking here about a range of 286%, and I don't talk here now about all-time highs or whatsoever. I just want to explain you where Shiba Inu is trading, in which range we are trading here right now. So when I enable the drawings, then you will understand that it's very simple, a very simple chart setup which we have here. We had this massive pump. Now Shiba Inu is trading here in this trend channel pattern, descending trend channel pattern. Very easy to make money here, in my opinion, with this cryptocurrency, because every time when we hit here the bottom of this trend channel pattern, we have a nice algo pump reaction to the upside, and every time, unfortunately, when we hit the upside, we have a sell-off reaction. And this is what happens here over and over again since we had this massive pump here in March 2024. So what happens next here, in my opinion? So the good news, guys, the good news is that here we have a breakout attempt, but we didn't manage it to break out here out of this trend channel. You can see that the one attempt was here in May 2024, where the stock market also squeezed. When I talk about short squeezes, guys, as I said, I have no problems with cryptocurrencies, but I love to trade short squeeze stocks because we have some different events in the market which you don't have for cryptocurrencies, and that makes it even more predictable to predict short squeezes for stocks. So if you want to see that, guys, or I just give you here one example, while I'm doing this video right now, one of my so-called hot stocks is squeezing 101% here in the pre-market just right now, guys. And also last week I predicted here a short squeeze of 108%. So this was the day when I released this post here on Patreon, and then one day later this squeeze started here. Same for the actual stock. I released my video here on Sunday, and you can see we had just one shakeout yesterday, but was expected shakeout here to the green line, and now this ticker is squeezing 101%, guys. The biggest squeeze which I had here in September was this one here. To give you a feeling how volatile stocks can be, this ticker here squeezed 1400% in just 3 trading days. That was also one of my hot stocks from September. So if you also want to see those videos, guys, if you're open for stock trading as well, I release those videos every Sunday here, and I release, yeah, a few times during a week also member content and my so-called swing trades on Patreon. If you want to join in the community, guys, we have the Elite Circle membership on YouTube, where you get access to the member videos and the hot stock videos. The much more popular membership is the full package membership on Patreon. Why is this more popular, guys? Because I also upload here my member videos, my hot stock videos, and as I said, in addition, my Patreon swing trade alerts. These are not videos, these are simple screenshots with buying liquidity zones, stop loss, exit price levels, and so on. Very easy to understand and good for people who have not that much time to watch all my videos, and these are just available on Patreon, guys. It doesn't matter if you are a beginner or advanced trader, everybody is welcome. As I said, I mainly focus here on stocks, but if you're also open for stock trading and short squeeze plays, then feel free to join in, guys. The links to the memberships are here in the video description. Yeah, so we see that Shiba Inu had already here one breakout attempt in May, and now, guys, we zoom into the actual situation, and you see already here 2 open gaps in the chart. I will of course explain you all the price levels here. So we have 2 open gaps waiting here at 2,555 and 2,597. Here are 2 open gaps, and what is really interesting, yeah, also we had these 2 open gaps here at 2082, and this one was at 2025, and this both gaps have been filled, and it was aligning here with a breakout attempt. You can see how this, how the cryptocurrency, how Shiba Inu squeezed, just started to squeeze, closed the first gap, closed the second gap, closed the third gap, and now we are here in the correction mode. But we had an attempt to also break out here out of this trend channel, guys. So we could see something happening here for Shiba Inu coin. It is not a financial advice. I don't want to hype you up, but when we see the last time when we had this kind of breakout attempt was in May, and the biggest squeeze we had was in March. So something is cooking up here. This is the bull case that we find support here. Also, when we see the support level here, we retouch now here the purple EMA line and find perfect support. We have still one open gap here at 1745, so be aware of that. And of course, much more gaps to the downside. I will explain these price levels as well. But it is possible that we break out here out of this trend channel, guys, and then the next price goes to the upside is here 25.55, 25.97, and 29.50. These are the normal price actions without having here something like a short squeeze. So the price increasement, which is here based on the algos, is a potential 59 to 60% based on the actual price. This is the bull case scenario, guys. And if we break 29.50, the big fat red line here in the chart, then we can talk about here a bigger squeeze for Shiba Inu. Not before that, guys. It's a very simple chart. When you see how this plays out, you know, we have much more detailed charts here for some stocks, but this is a very simple play. When we zoom out here in the daily chart, you can see that very easy, and I switch off the indicators for a second. This is really not difficult to see where the market makers are accumulating their positions, and in my opinion, right now, the bulls are waiting here between 1,500 and 1,300, so 15 and 30. This is 13. This is where the market makers waiting to accumulate their positions. Let's talk about the bear case. So what happens if we have this big shakeout reaction? You can see we had one retest here to the bottom of the trend channel, then the next retest here to the bottom of the trend channel, and that's very dangerous because, in my opinion, the last point of support before it gets really ugly, really bearish, is 1142. This pink line here is, in my opinion, the last point of support for Shiba Inu before the market makers will dump the price down. So keep that in mind. In my opinion, to buy in right now is not very smart, guys. When we check also the indicators one more time, we have a very nice structure here on the RSI, but of course heating in the absolute overbought area, and in my opinion, especially the weekly RSI. So Shiba Inu is respecting that really, really much. So every time when we have here an oversold weekly RSI situation, we have some really nice pumps. Last time when we came down, you can see massive reaction. The next time when we came down, massive reaction. So I would not buy in here in the overbought areas, even if we are not overbought in the weekly RSI, but we are heating here into this area range here. And you can see that it is now a fighting between the bulls and bears here exactly at this price range. That's why I would be very careful, guys. In my opinion, a very good buy-in price zone here. This is not financial advice. This is here what the chart is telling us is between 15 and 13, also 1,500 and 1,300, with the lowest point of support here at 1142. Very easy to read. I mentioned before that we have a lot of down gaps, so there are some hidden signals in the chart that the price could come down and of course also squeeze to the upside. In the 4 hours chart we have just these 2 open gaps here. So let's switch back to the daily chart. yeah, no open gaps, guys, of course. But we have a lot of open gaps to the downside, and usually, yeah, the chance that we fill those open gaps over the months or years is about 90%. So be careful here with a fake out. Maybe we see something here like a fake breakout to the upside and then a big dump to the downside. That's why I say I would be very careful. Usually those gaps act as a very strong resistance if the price is in a downtrend. Overall, we are not in a downtrend, of course. We have here some kind of bullish support. We can see the shakeout candles here. I can also draw here one more trend line for you that you understand where the market makers are waiting. I would draw it like that here. So there is something like a decision incoming here, in my opinion, in the next weeks, when we see here, when the price is coming down and holds the support between 11.42 and, as I said, 15. When we hold the support, there's a very good chance that we see a bullish reversal for Shiba Inu and then even higher highs in future. This is possible, but when we break out this pattern here to the downside, then I would be very, very careful, guys, here, where I would set my stop loss or even leave my positions and buy in back later. This is not financial advice. This is here what the chart is telling us, guys. Yeah, I hope that was helpful, this video here for Shiba Inu, guys. If you like this content, if you don't want to miss any updates on Shiba Inu or my short squeeze plays, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. And as I mentioned before, this is here everything based on Tradingview. If you also want to get a chart program which helps you to spot the algos, to know where the support and resistance levels are, then you can pause the video right now and copy the price levels here. If you don't have Tradingview, guys, I can offer you a discount link. I'm not sponsored by Tradingview, but I use that here for all my videos and for all my own trades. So if you want, you can use this discount link, then you save $15. And I always recommend the premium subscription. This is good for beginners and advanced traders. Yeah, guys, I hope you liked this video here. I hope that was helpful. I will update you here from time to time on Shiba Inu. I thank you so much for watching. I wish you great success with all your trades and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu. Vielen Dank. Alles Gute. Bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.